My friend Hallie and I are at Otter Creek Park near the Meskwaki settlement right in the middle of Iowa. We're going to meet some new friends from the settlement.
And here's some fantastic music.
Yes!
I am Storm Seymour. My Meskwaki name is Wabigami, which means one who stays in white water.
Okay.
This is my niece, Stephanie.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Bad Soldier Snow, and my Meskwaki name is Oshitea. Oshitanidishis. My name means a swan. It's a little story. It's a swan that is flying and looks down and chooses a place that it wants to land. And instead of landing on that spot, it goes beyond and lands. So my name means goes beyond.
Goes beyond. And the swan is relevant in your daughter's name, right? What's your name?
My name is Sophie Snow, and my Meskwaki name is Wabishkasik, and that means white swan. So I got both of my names from my great-great-grandmother. Yeah.
Okay.
So
And how old are you?
16.
How do we identify you? What should we call you if we want to have a conversation with you or ask a question? There's lots of words out there. Tell me what's okay and what's not okay.
First of all, my very first identity is Meskwaki. You can always refer to us by our tribal names, by our tribal affiliation.
The latest term that most Native people use is indigenous.
Okay.
But we also go by Native Americans or
Okay.
by their tribal affiliation.
So as a culture, you could be identified as indigenous. You might be identified as Native American, but there's one word definitely not to call you, right? And what is it?
Indian,
And why is that?
because we aren't from India.
You're not from India. So Columbus came over on his ship and he found land and he thought he was where?
In India.
And that's where the term came from. So they're not from India, they're from here. This is their home. How did you end up in Iowa?
We are Eastern Woodland Tribe. We started out on the East Coast. We were up in Canada for a period of time.
Okay.
And then we slowly migrated to the Great Lakes region.
Okay.
And from there we made our way to Iowa,
Okay.
where we call home today.
And why did you not stay in Iowa forever at that point?
Well, the government relocated our tribe to
Okay.
Upper Kansas,
Okay.
to some land that was not very good to raise crops on.
And you wanted to come back.
And the people were homesick. And so
Yeah.
we came back and purchased the original 80 acres in 1857.
Okay. And so the fact that you purchased your land back from the government makes where you live a settlement,
Yes.
right? And how is that different from a reservation?
Well, a reservation is set aside by the government, and we're the only tribe that does not have a reservation. We're a settlement because
You paid for
yeah.
it. So what does it mean to be part of a settlement? You're an enrolled member of the Meskwaki Nation, correct? So what does that mean for you guys?
Well, it means that we can receive benefits that the tribe does receive.
Okay.
We own the land.
Yeah.
So wherever our homes are, we take care of that portion of the land.
So you really operate as a community
Yes,
together. You
yes,
have your
it's-
own school.
What was it like going to school in the settlement?
So when going to the school on the settlement, it's just Meskwaki kids.
Okay.
So it's kind of like almost everybody's related to everybody. So it's
Oh.
basically like going to school with your family all the time.
That's
And,
cool, right?
Yeah. So there's a lot of we have our language class, we have our cultural class and stuff like that. So we're able to practice our actual beliefs and our cultures and our customs there.
Oh, that's
So,
fantastic.
yeah.
This is another what we call a 49 or a round dance song, and it speaks of heartbreak and love, and it's called "Wait for Me."
All of you have been learning this music your whole lives, correct?
Since we were small,
Who taught you?
you learn from the elders.
Learn from the elders. Okay. Is your music written down anywhere?
None that I know of.
What did you want kids to know about being Meskwaki?
Oh, okay, so that a lot of the things that kids around here or anywhere really the textbooks that they're learning from, they're really not accurate.
Really?
And they never tell the full story. They never go into what actually happened.
Wow.
And so there's a lot of different assumptions about us and about where we are, and even if we're still alive. I know there's a lot of people around here that don't even know we exist.
Wow. How does that
they,
make you
they
feel?
They think we're extinct, and it's just like, how are we that invisible to you? Really? Because,
That must be hurtful.
yeah, it is.
So you want people to know that you're here
Yeah, basically.
and that you're thriving and happy and awesome.
Yeah.
And you're an Iowan too.
Yep.
Humma, humma, way up. Humma, 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 way up. Humma, way up, way up.
Funding for Find Iowa has been provided by the following supporters: